Okay.
Let's knock this one out of the park.
Yeah, man.
It's pumped. Get pumped.
Woo!
Primarily critical.
Hello, everyone, and welcome to Primarily Critical. If movies had an after party, this would be it.
If you have not seen this film, we suggest that you do so before viewing any further.
Because we've got spoilers, trivia, and opinions like crazy, and we can't wait to share them.
Good, bad, new, old, weird, gross.
We pass judgment on them all.
Today! This one is bad, new, weird, and gross. Well,
It's all
It's not
weird.
that new.
It's not, well, it's very...
It's not that new. My name is Steve. I'm here with...
Phil.
And
John.
today we're covering movie 43.
Yes, we are.
Now, we've tried to do this before.
We have tried to do this before. This is like deja vu.
Yes.
Yeah.
We planned to do it, and then it was canceled, and then we planned to do it, and I forgot to hit record.
Shall we say
forgot to hit
this
record.
this was the most challenging review we've ever had to do because of the setbacks and the...
Yeah.
Setbacks.
Yeah.
You know, the delays. It cost a lot of money. The production costs for this
And I want to
alone.
raise. If we're going to start doing these twice,
Blew
I
the
want to
budget.
raise.
You want to raise?
It
I wanna
blew
raise,
2019's
yeah.
budget.
Yeah.
Out the, we're going to have to work hard to get caught up with the money.
Any raise at all would be like infinitely better than what you're currently paying. Okay, so movie 43.
Okay, take 3. Let's do it.
Okay, originally this was Phil's pick. Thank you so much for that, Phil.
Yeah.
I don't regret
thanks,
this
buddy.
pick. The more I have to watch this movie, the more I appreciate the boundary, awkward pushing that they do in this movie.
Yeah.
They really go for it in this movie, to extremes that
To extremes.
Yeah, and they get amazing stars to participate in this tomfoolery. You know.
How? I've Googled it. I've looked online. They have got theories as to why
There's
any
somebody that's
A-list actor would ever put their...
This is the Illuminati. That's who I blame.
they've
for
got
this.
something over these people. I don't know. Yeah.
They lowered the bar with this movie, but actually some of the movies within the movie really, I think, are funny and actually
I agree.
worth watching. And then maybe the other half are complete childish, immature shit that only a boy would appreciate at age 12.
Yeah.
Right? So,
I think it got better the more I watched it. Because
like a fine wine.
it
Is
no. It
It's
seems
like cheap wine. The more you drink, the better.
So you're putting it up there with Godfather
no.
1 and 2?
No. If the less you pay attention to the movie, the better it is.
And
Because if you're vacuuming while you watch the movie, it's fantastic. If you are cleaning up the house or doing dishes or something like that, the movie is great. If you're watching a movie for the sake of watching a movie, this is the worst shit you've ever picked.
Right. So throw it on when you're like taking a dump or something like that, right?
Yeah. This is cheap.
Why not?
Cheap awesomeness.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, well,
Cheap giggles.
anyways, there's
Shits and giggles.
for the connoisseur or the enlightened or lover of this movie, there's 2 versions of this movie,
Yes.
and I did not know this on the previous attempt of.
But yes, okay. So let's just start and say the obvious. This movie's broken into a bunch of skits or short stories.
movies.
Right? Short movies.
Right.
But the stuff that binds them all together, the background story that binds them all together,
Yes.
that's where you get the 2 different versions.
And they both have different storylines that propel the thing forward. This kind of and they're just dumb storylines that propel this movie forward.
Yeah.
One hand, you got the desperate writer trying to literally kidnap and force his movie into production.
Right.
Right.
That played with Dennis Quaid and Greg Kinnear.
Yes, and it's really stupid.
Yeah.
Now, the other version, and I would love to know why they did 2 separate versions. I don't know if there's one for North America, one for whatever
I don't
releases. The other one is just your standard issue 80s, 90s kind of teen movie where lots of boobs and it involves pornography and
teenagers hacking
into it, making fun of your little brother kind of shtick we've probably seen before. But
I haven't seen it.
Haven't seen that version of it?
Seen that version.
Okay, well, basically, the older brother of this family are at home, and the younger kid is like always hacking into things, and he's got an ability to do that.
Yeah.
And they tell this younger brother because they don't like their younger brother. They don't want trying to pull.
It's the classic older brother, younger brother sibling rivalry going on there. Yeah.
So they tell this kid literally, there's this movie online that's forbidden, and so it gets the kid not interested in trying to find this movie, and they literally make up this movie 43 title for it, and the kid finds these movies throughout his hacking. And that's it.
That's there's more there. I mean,
and the world's going to end because this movie gets seen by the public. And I kid you not, Steve. You might enjoy the movie more if you saw this version.
No,
really?
No, I disagree. I absolutely think.
I think you should watch it.
At my age, I thought that was horrible. The teenage take on that.
It is right.
I much prefer the Dennis Quaid, Greg Kinnear take on it. Now, if I was a teenager, now this whole movie is kind of immature and stuff. So maybe that other story would appeal much more to 14, 15, 16-year-olds. Maybe that's a better way to.
Yeah, it's
more appealing than. But at my age, I certainly prefer the Dennis Quaid.
Okay, I did find one scene funny, and tell me if you agree, because you didn't see this, but you saw the cut I'm talking about. Well, yeah, it was the older brother is masturbating to some online porn while he's waiting. Yeah. And he doesn't know, meanwhile, it's his mother that's doing the live porn
until
feed. Until he puts it together and he sees
there's a little patch on her shorts or whatever. There's a little peace sign or something. Yeah.
So it is, wow. It's when I said earlier that this movie pushes the envelope, it pushes the envelope. But how did this even get an R rating after seeing these extreme...
Oh, wow.
Wow, right?
Wow.
Yeah. So I think that's all we should devote to that ties the whole skits together.
The two versions of the movie, right?
Little short stories. So let's get into the short stories then, right?
Okay. We start with neck balls.
Neck balls.
I call this one Balls on Chins. Is that the actual title of the...
No, these are my titles.
Balls on Chin.
Okay, so is it called Balls? Oh, we don't have the actual titles.
Well, whatever.
I'm sorry.
That's okay.
It stars who was in this
Kate
one?
Winslet and some other guy.
Oh, you must have him in that. Some other guy.
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman.
Hugh Jackman. All right.
Sorry, Hugh.
Yeah.
He's got these testicles on his chin.
Literally.
And nobody seems to notice except his date. And she's freaking out. And everyone else is super cool.
It's fine. He's got balls hanging from his chin.
And I thought this was hilarious. And I thought, you know what? She played it appropriately. She tried her best to can we talk about this? He never does, right?
No.
Until she holds on, and then a pubic hair slowly drops into
I love she's like...
and she can't take it anymore. And she loses it. Some other friends come up even, and they're in on it. Or Steve?
Yeah, well, there's a baby involved. When
the balls are on a baby's head, I mean, you crossed a line there, right?
Crossed the line.
But it's funny.
Well, it's funny if you're not paying attention. It's funny.
It's funny while you're vacuuming kind of way.
Come on, the testicles hanging off his chin. They were legitimately convincing. It was freakish.
Yeah.
It was freakish to see this, and they play it out for how long?
It was funny. I agree. I thought it was funny. I was hilarious. I thought Kate Winslet did great.
Yeah, right.
Yeah, I know.
But this is again. How did you get these people to do this?
I don't know. I don't know who thinks of this. I certainly don't wake up and think, I'm going to write a story about a guy with balls on his neck.
Yeah. Do you show up at work and say, "What you want me to do? What now with the prosthetic on my chins? Right. What did I sign on to this? Where's my manager?
What was Kate Winslet doing when she was like, Kate, we need you. We got
did
the story.
Titanic, she'd say. Yeah. I was an actor.
I'm one of the biggest stars in Hollywood, and yes, I want to do this with a guy balls on his neck. Yes.
I want to act opposite.
Right.
Ball neck.
I think I'm a good fit for that part.
Or was it a case of Hugh Jackman's going to do the part with me?
Mm-hmm.
I'm in. I don't care what it is. I love that guy. Anyways,
I think they were just bored.
Let's just move on.
Moving on.
Right.
Homeschool horror.
Homeschooled kid, right?
Oh,
yeah.
right.
Yes.
Wow.
This dude...
Anyone need a beer?
Not yet.
Okay.
His parents simulate what it should be like to go through adolescence. School,
and they really embrace the difficultiness.
Oh, and it's gorilla. It's really, they literally do it to this poor teenager.
Yeah.
And it's awful. They do all the worst things you could imagine going through your high school life and so on.
Right.
I don't know. This one was just.
But they miss like the blatantly obvious is that like they're trying to like these scenes are the usual trauma and stuff. But what about the trauma of like your mother sexually hitting on you?
Yeah,
like that's.
Well, that was the whole awkward
Yeah.
quality to it. And once again, you got Naomi Watts was it? The mother, who was the mother, and
Yeah, Naomi Watts, and the other guy's a big guy too.
yeah.
I'm sorry, I have no actors on this list.
Oh no.
Yes, we do. We'll make it up as we go along.
Well, no, I have directors and
Yeah, okay,
anyway,
fair enough. There was a lot of actors.
there was a lot of actors.
There was a lot.
It just
We would
it just
have
kept
2
going and
pages.
going. I was like, what do I do
Yeah,
with this?
right. Sure, fair enough.
Well, we know most of them anyway, so your thoughts on this episode? We can move on.
Okay, so the kid, we think, at the very end, you think, he might be a normal adjusted kid,
Right.
But then he pulls out the mop girl, and he says, "I'm the prettiest," and he wanders out of
Right. Yeah.
and he wanders out of the
Because he snapped.
Yeah, he snapped.
Yeah.
He snapped.
I was still so on
I
this
could
one.
see that.
I felt so bad for the poor kid.
Yeah.
Come on.
Right. Yeah, I mean it was fun.
And it was not like it was not just internal. Like, they told the other friends of the
I don't know,
this is our kid and this is what we do to him. And we're like everybody
They're
knows.
They're proud of it. He's got his kid hanging outside on his front lawn, stuck to a big post with shit on him. And I don't know who's shit, but
I suck dicks.
Yeah.
He's yelling that,
Yeah.
and he's making him yell it, and he's filming it and putting it on Instagram.
Yeah. I mean that was quality cinematic stuff. There.
All right. Is it enough of that one?
That's enough of that one.
Speaking of shit,
Poop on me.
Poop on me. Right.
I call this one shit on chest.
Oh no.
The French call it.
See,
Mir de shit. I don't know.
I don't know, some kind of stool.
Yeah.
These 2 people one of them's prepared to propose, the other one's prepared to ask a very serious question.
And up till that point, you thought it was a sweet little romantic little movie. But where could this go wrong?
Right.
Yeah. And then she says, "I want you to poop on me."
As they do it, they do it at the same time. Well, I'll go first.
Yes.
I want you.
Then right out of left field, instead of marriage, she wants to be pooped on instead of getting married. Right.
I don't get it. I don't get that fetish.
Well, it
is a thing.
It is a thing. To me, the funniest part of this whole thing was the black guy at the barbecue. I don't know his name. I wish I had it on the list. That guy was freaking hilarious.
He's his buddy, and he's trying to like.
There's a difference between poop and shit.
You see the horse. Yeah. You say poop on your lady. Yeah.
It's like he's thinking about doing it, and he's working himself up to that night, and he eats too much, and what happens? He
gets hit by a car.
But I mean the black guy who clearly this is his thing. He's like the expert on this. Somehow his buddy is the expert on all of this stuff. He even has turbo wax in his pocket at the barbecue. Yeah.
It's like as if it's some kind of like sexual aid or something.
Right.
This is what you got to do.
Yeah. You need color, consistency. You need a celebration coming out of your ass. It's brilliant.
Right.
It's brilliant. The man is a genius. I wish I knew the actor's name.
Yeah. He did a great job.
And the guy that has to shit on the chest is Chris Pratt.
Yes.
And his then wife.
Yeah.
They're separated.
Oh, they're separated now?
Yeah.
Probably because he eat that.
Probably because of that.
How do you as a couple go, hey, honey, you want to do a movie together?
Yeah.
There's this one movie they asked me to do.
Movie 43.
Okay, what do we have to do? Well, it says you got to shit on my chest on camera. But
and he's like, Kate Winslet's dating a guy with balls in his neck. I mean,
is in it too, so
Yeah.
it's got an Oscar buzz.
Again, a few of them were bored, and then others signed up because
they already had
the big names. Yeah.
Well, I thought this short movie was fucking funny.
It was pretty funny. It was
so extreme. It's like, whatever. He gets hit by a car and shits himself on this fucking
Well, and he
car.
made the mistake that the shit guru, his black buddy there, told him, you do not say shit. It's poop, right? And,
poop. Yeah.
And then he made that fatal mistake.
Yeah.
Is that, oh God, honey, can I just shit? Let me shit on you? And he used the word shit instead of poop.
Then
right?
it was not romantic at that point.
That's right. He turned into a whore, just like the.
Yeah. Oh, it's so horrible.
Yeah,
it's horrible.
He was a wise man. His friend.
He should have listened to his friend.
Wise man.
Listen to his friend.
He broke the rule that his friend told him not to break, and next thing you know, she's running to the door, and he's out there and getting hit by a car. And
As a side note, the language isn't going to get any better in this podcast.
No.
Okay, Superstore Freak Show. Superstore Freak Sex. The one line that stood out for me in this is, we got the clerk in the superstore. We get this lady comes up. She wants to buy a few things. They start insulting each other.
Right.
And then they start hitting on each other.
Yeah. And the sexual tension
is palpable. Palpable.
It was
she
all,
wanders off.
Yeah.
All played over the store
PA
system.
Yes.
Yeah. And then she runs off, and then some dude comes up to him and says, "You know what? I would climb Dick Mountain, mouth first, to take that ass to Pound Town." And he's
And they're all older people in this grocery store, right? Yeah. They're all getting turned on by this on-air romance.
Yeah. Wow. It was like all dirty talk. Like, I mean, it was
really dirty.
Yeah. It was just. Yeah.
I think this movie was smart, and it was coolly
clever,
written, and it was neat little story, and it was the cut shots to the people shopping are like they're like.
Some of them are cuddling. Yeah,
it was a good one. I thought.
Neil and Veronica, right? That's
amongst a dumbly made movie. Some of them were really dumb and low, humor. There's not much intelligence going on.
Yeah.
This one was kind of witty and.
Yeah, I thought it was pretty clever. Yeah, I thought it was well acted. I thought the characters they did it really well. I thought she did really well. I thought he did really well. And
it was amazing.
Yeah,
you liked it.
Of the
movies
array
to choose
of
from?
crap, I like it a lot. Yeah.
So it was the what's the term? It was the
best poop.
Diamond in the rough.
Diamond in the shit pile. The corn in the poop.
Oh Jesus! All right, moving along.
Turbo locks in my pocket.
I babe.
I did. Oh yeah.
This was so stupid to me.
This was continued later on in the show.
Yeah, it was an ongoing thing, and it's the whole thing where they're at a meeting of the people at this corporation about this
110-pound MP3 player.
It was like Steve Jobs-esque Apple kind of thing, where we have this ridiculous iPod babe player, and the only way they could vent it was through her vagina, and it's so juvenile. Even for this movie, I'm like, come on.
It was stupid. I mean, really, the men there were portrayed as probably about a grade 2 education. Like they couldn't actually even.
But
course, guys are going to fuck it. If you're going to buy a 110-pound MP3 player, you're not buying it for the functions of the MP3 player.
But you're playing it off like this is
looks and feels like a naked woman.
With a legitimate problem, and it was really silly. Even for this movie, I thought, man, this was written by a 12-year-old. For sure.
I could totally see this happening in real life. Totally.
Well,
oh, yes. Oh, yeah.
Well, okay, put the venting system in a place where you're going to...
Listen, I could see that in real life that people would be fucking the iBabe and getting their dicks cut off.
Yeah.
But I can't picture that a boardroom of people would be like, we didn't see this coming. Like,
but it was not even a great attempt at this kind of humor.
No, they're doing that intentionally to make fun of how stupid corporate decisions can be,
and how stupid people are, and how stupid. Yeah, I suppose. Yeah. But they get Richard Gere to be the
head exec,
the Steve Jobs kind of Bill Gates character, and enough said. I think.
No, I think that meeting would go exactly the same way tomorrow.
You think?
Yeah. Oh yes. Oh totally. I think boardroom execs are exactly that juvenile.
The kid buys iBabe.
Yeah.
Kid fucks iBabe. Kid cuts off penis or
Bangles dick.
So we just want to get rid of 2 and 3. And they're like, oh yeah, right.
All right.
Yeah.
Probably the worst little part of this movie. Anyways,
all right.
What do you got for the next one?
Gotham speed dating.
Yes. Gotham.
I thought this was one of the best. Go from one of the worst.
I hated this one.
Oh, do tell.
Well, I don't know. I thought Batman was a idiot. I don't.
He was a real asshole kind of thing.
Yeah.
But that's why I loved about it.
Yeah.
After all these superhero movies of the day, and it's all the thing now, this was a total spin on it, that breath of fresh air. Oh, your precious Batman character that everybody loves. Well, maybe he's a fucking douche when you don't get to see him in the costume or whatever. And it's just funny. It's a speed dating superhero movie. It's just hilarious. And if you're into superhero movies, I thought it was funny as fuck.
Oh, I don't know what to do with this one. I kind of like it when they try and humanize superheroes. But this is dumb.
Yeah, I just thought it was kind of dumb.
Dumb. Like
it was.
Don't get
really
me wrong.
Crude,
you know that scene in Avengers when all the heroes are at a fast food joint, eating burritos,
shawarma,
or whatever like that.
Yeah, totally.
I love that. Right.
Yeah.
All right, but I hated this.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, and I found like none of the superheroes were actually believable superheroes. It really just seemed like it was a bunch of people dressing up like it was like a Halloween party.
Well, they didn't have the budget or what, but that was the intention, right? Is to like what if superheroes do speed dating, and it's always funny to think that Batman always does think like Robin's just his dorky sidekick, and you can make fun of him and shit, and he does. He totally makes.
Oh yeah.
And poor Robin's like seriously trying
Batman's an asshole.
Get hooked up, and it's just complete asshole. But there's some funny little changes in it. It turns out that this place was gonna be bombed by the Jokers involved, the Riddler and
Penguin,
whatever.
But Penguin was not involved in it, right? Penguin was innocent in this one.
He at the time. No, wait.
There was a twist.
He's married.
Yeah, he was married. He says,
so he was there to do the bomb.
He was just there to do.
Yeah,
I think so.
Oh, he was part of the bomb with Riddler. He's working with.
Yeah,
I think it was a play on like the TV Batman series, right?
Right.
It was
because they had the
whole shtick, right?
Yeah.
But I like this one. That was good.
All right. Let's move on.
They have this guy wailing on a vending machine. And
I love this.
They show these kids,
one of my favorites of all,
with their arms full of sodas.
I love it,
and they're quivering and trembling, and this in slow motion, right? And so we're led to believe that vending machines and ATMs and all this stuff are worked by little children hiding inside the machine.
It's
handing out money. And
it's like
giving
a
you your
PSA
drink
or something for this, and it's literally says machines. They're full of kids.
Remember, machines
are full of kids.
It's like a commercial within the movie, right? It's cut to this commercial about this.
Yeah, it's like a PSA. Remember, it's like a public service announcement, right? It's like just
this is actually useful because people have died shaking vending machines.
Yeah. Well,
this is an actual thing. I'm not making this up. People have died shaking vending machines.
We need to give people the illusion.
Probably fell on them or something, right?
Yeah, exactly. Yeah.
Who thought of this damn?
I don't know, but I thought it was brilliant. I thought, like, Matt, and they go right down to like photocopiers, like these people are walking. He's got his buddy in looking at the, and there's kids down there with their little paper going.
Yeah, that was. Clever.
I thought it was very clever.
Very clever.
Genius. This was a great one. Yeah. That was the diamond in the rough for me. That's what.
Okay, then we get another look at the I Babe, but then we get first period.
The one of the best ones in my opinion.
I called this one period. Yeah.
Yeah.
This one is so once again like okay, take the movie with the poor teenage boy that has to go through the embarrassment, totally wrecked him and broke him.
Yeah,
I suppose this is the same for the poor daughter in this one. It's like
no, she's the only one, only sane one in the room.
She's the only. I know.
But, I mean, it's just at the end, she's the only one that like you guys are fucking idiots.
Yeah, but it's like. Yeah, it just is the stereotypical male doesn't know how to handle.
That was the message of this.
The message of it.
The message was that men are idiots, right? And they're But it was so well acted. Like I thought, oh my god, that kid, the boy that was like with the girl there in the beginning. Yeah. That boy, he did so well.
He
watching.
really did.
I've watched this now 3 times, and now I'm just watching for him, right?
Yeah.
And oh my god, he looks so good. He looks terrified.
Yeah,
he's like,
yeah.
He's
But
just,
you know, think about this. This movie somehow. This movie somehow hoodwinked or kidnapped these actors into doing this movie. But what if you had the top actors doing your little movie, and this is what you get out of them?
Yeah,
right.
Well,
maybe that's
true.
what we get. We get a finely acted, great little.
Yeah.
Quality, Steve.
It was quality. It was this. I really thought I saw the quality. All the actors did amazingly well, and then I mean,
it's absurd.
It's hilarious at the end when he's like the dad's like, pull my finger, you know. Oh, Dad, that was epic. You know, I mean, like,
God. Again, another scene that I could see playing out tomorrow. somewhere on this green earth.
It's true.
Did you catch this another little movie right after that called tampon commercial shark attack? It's just it's just once again it's like the iBabe thing. Like
but this I thought this would actually it actually makes a point though. The commercial's not a lost commercial. It's like,
you think?
Well, if you're going to swim in the water as a female, and if you don't want to be losing blood because sharks will eat you, right?
It's very juvenile again.
Well, okay. Yeah. But it tied into right. It was a good timing right after this one. And it was by a different director.
So someone's thinking in there in the editing room and like, oh yeah, we should probably follow the period piece with the shark attack.
Exactly.
Oh, brilliant!
I think they should have separated them. I think they should have separated.
Oh, there was too much period in one period.
Well, no, it's not like that. It's just I had trouble separating them.
Oh,
I thought they were
tied together.
They were tied together somehow. Maybe the little girl was there somewhere. I don't know.
But there's a reason why you thought that, because the ends with the dad sitting there. Let's watch the game. Yeah, okay. And then they sit down and he clicks the remote to turn on the TV, and then it goes to the commercials.
Yeah.
So that's why I did tie together.
See, this guy has watched the movie 3 times.
I have watched the movie 3 times.
Yes.
Mm-hmm.
The Leprechaun.
Yeah. It was
a potty mouthed leprechaun.
You know, played by Gerard
Butler.
Scottish actor.
He did good.
Yeah, and they do that technique they did in The Lord of the Rings where they miniature him into a little leprechaun body, and I thought it was funny. I mean, they got the best out of this stupid little movie they could, I think. It basically consisted of 2 morons kidnapping this leprechaun to get his pot of gold. And that's it. That's all you need to know.
Well, no. One of them slept with the other one's girlfriend.
Yeah, there's just shenanigans going on.
To make it up.
And then to make it up, he kidnapped a leprechaun.
Right.
Of course he did.
Of course he did.
It's way deeper than that, Phil. It's
deep.
way deeper.
It's really physically, they're beating the crap out of this leprechaun. They're interrogating him, and it's like... And he's foul as hell, right? When I get hold of you, gotta stick your balls up your crack. Why did you know? Zoning on and on.
Yeah, he goes on.
Yeah, he's got a potty mouth like you've never seen before.
And out of nowhere, his leprechaun brother comes in with a shotgun. He can't shoot to save his life. How does that play out? And he ends up...
Well, one of the guys ends up losing his eye.
Okay,
he gets shot in the eye. But it's like leprechaun bullets or something. These guys, they sort of do damage, but it's not like that bad, you know.
And one of the guys from it is Johnny Knoxville from the he knows how to do that humor. So he's a solid actor.
Well, there's also
the Jackass movies.
Scott.
The guy from American Pie things. Anyways, I kind of expect that kind of level of movie out of those actors anyway, so they kind of fit together. But you're all
you think that was stereotypical of them? Okay. They've been pigeonholed as those kind of actors. I don't know.
This is par for the course. So, this sounds like an excellent movie I should be involved with. Kate Winslet's in it? What? You want me to be in that movie with this talent?
Wow. I'm going to have to get up the list of actors here just because we got to get all the main.
Wow.
There's huge names in the movie.
Huge names, and we're missing a lot of them.
We kid you not. There's like probably the most impressive.
Uma Thurman is in it.
Yeah,
she was in this Robin dating one.
Yeah, right.
Yeah.
The collection of
Lois Lane.
The collection of actors in this damn movie is ridiculous.
It's ridiculous.
So stop don't go any further.
Ridiculous, ladies and gentlemen.
Yeah, don't watch the Marvel
I
Avengers movies. Don't even go there. Watch movie 43, and you'll get what you need out of your.
Okay,
cinema.
wait a minute. I maybe I shouldn't be going this, but I've seen the budget here says $6 million.
Yeah.
Oh, come on.
So
Who's
what
making money off this
They
thing?
all volunteered to do this stuff?
I think so.
Maybe it was in their fine print.
Okay,
of their
so
contract.
then somebody loves this director or writer or something. Somebody.
They could do a documentary on this damn movie about
how did they get
swindled
these
people.
No, keep in mind, most of the actors, the big names anyway, were only there for one
Very
scene,
short periods.
very short periods
Yes.
of time.
Yeah,
So
yeah.
we're like, we need you for 3 days. Come on, book us in for 3
And,
days. You're in the studio anyway, doing this other thing.
Yeah.
You know?
You think it was like that?
Oh,
Schmoozy?
totally.
And I have these pictures of you doing this at this party. And I wouldn't want those to get out into the media or anything. So could you do this little movie for me?
Blackmail.
No, I wouldn't. I wouldn't hope that Hollywood blackmails people. Anyways, we should probably get this.
Yeah,
An
let's keep
epic
going.
long
All right.
freaking.
Yeah, sure.
There's this. I wrote down Truth or Dare, but this is one of the final skits that I don't remember.
Date Dare Extreme, I called it. It's like they go on a date. This couple, these two, and they dare each other to do stuff, and it goes to ridiculous
levels.
Right.
Ridiculous.
It's coming back. It's coming
to
back.
the point where it's like,
slowly.
come on, like it's funny, but who the hell would ever like?
Yeah, they get plastic surgery and
Plastic
tattoos.
surgery and what was one? I can't even remember how it ends. It's like it's so over the top. I don't even remember. This was one of my more favorite ones of this movie. Halle Berry's in it.
Mhm.
Yeah, and an English actor. You're digging up all the actors from here.
Oh, it's crazy, man. You're right. I can see why you didn't put this on, man. I mean, Dennis Quaid, Greg Kinnear, Seth MacFarlane, Hugh Jackman, Kate Winslet, Naomi Watts. I don't know. Anyway, I can go
on and on.
Yeah, I don't even remember. Like the ultimate thing was to do something, and then how did it end? This little date movie. It's been a while.
Well, they ended up. They ended up actually together, but there was a moment where we thought that he'd actually gone to turn into an Asian guy because they'd gone for cosmetic surgery. Both of them.
Yeah.
He has massive boobs.
Yeah.
He looks like an Asian and stuff. And then I think everybody thought the skit was going to end when it looks like she's finally at home and it's the end of the date and he's looking totally different like an Asian. And he's like, so when will I see you? Can I see you again? And she's like, oh, I'm sorry, I'm just not into Asian. Guys,
so that's
right?
the joke at the end of all
right.
of it.
But then she goes, just kidding, and then she pulls him in.
Oh.
That's nice.
Yeah. So it's nice.
How do you come up with this?
Yeah.
How do you? Wow.
So be careful out there, ladies and gentlemen. Some of those dates can go a little wonky.
Some
Know what you're
dates go
getting
to
into.
extremes.
It's true.
Yeah.
I mean, maybe that's what happened to Hugh Jackman. He went on a date with her before, and
he ended up with
I dare you to still
balls on
your neck.
Yeah.
Who knows? Could be.
So, you think the end of the movie? That's the end of the movie. That's like the last movie, and then the credits roll.
Mm-hmm.
But did you know?
Diesel.
There's a movie at the end of the movie.
Yeah.
And it's about an animated cat, right?
Mm.
And it's so rude, and what the cat does to this poor girlfriend, or what?
Oh yeah.
Did you catch this?
Yes,
you had
yes.
to actually wait. Like if you hated this movie, you probably didn't even go there, right?
Yeah.
As the credits are rolling, he pops in. It's like you think it's like a commercial or a TV show or something, and it's like Basil, it's this cat, and it's animated like what movie like that movie with the Roger
Rabbit
kind of thing, right?
Mm-hmm. Yeah, or Cool World, or anything like
Yeah,
that.
that kind of thing. But it's low. It's pretty low budget looking and
Oh, and it's disgusting.
It's low brow too.
What the cat does is so like he's at one point in the thing he's penetrating himself.
Yeah.
and oral sex between a human and a cat. Like he's got in his bubble, the cat's little bubble dreams. What's his face is like they're. It's disgusting.
It's really bad.
It's just revolting. It's
really bad.
It is kind of like, yeah, all right. And after watching this movie...
Does the girl kill the cat? I can't remember.
Yeah, but then, here's the thing. Everybody loves this cat, and when it isn't seen by the kids and so on, they think he's cute and everything. So she comes and tries to whack the shit out of it, kill it with this shovel.
Right.
And she's wailing on it, and everybody sees this, and they attack her and beat the crap out of her.
Right.
That's how it ends, right?
Okay.
It's dumb.
Yeah,
but
it's dumb. Yeah,
it's really dumb.
I think if you didn't like this movie, you probably didn't even get to this movie. So, and if you did like this movie, you probably thought it was great. I don't know. I didn't like this one.
Josh Duhamel?
From the Transformer movies and things. I'm a cat fan. I have cats. I didn't like this one.
If you like cats...
Least favorite one of all. This was
it's
stupid.
Horrible. If you like movies, it's horrible.
It's all horrible, but
if you like life, it's horrible. If you hate life, this is your movie.
Yeah.
Within a horrible movie, possibly the worst movie of all time, some might say.
Yeah.
Well, it's bad.
Speaking of which, let's get into this trivia.
Yeah.
I know we're running
We're running way long there.
All right. Well, we got a lot to cover here.
George Clooney turned down a cameo as himself in a segment where he would be shown to be bad at picking up women. His response reportedly was, "No fucking way."
Oh, that's hilarious.
Now,
I bet he's kicking himself.
This would imply that he turned it down because of that skit and the way it was framed.
The balls?
It implies that he can't be portrayed as a guy that can't pick up women. That threatens his ego too much.
I think George Clooney turned this down because
he thought it was offensive to women.
It was a shitty movie.
Yeah, I think so.
Well, there's that too, but he probably did get to read it and thought he didn't get the humor. He thought this is the most revolting thing I've ever seen.
Well, honestly, that seems like the normal response I would have thought from all these famous actors. Is no fucking way, right?
And then Hugh Jackman is like, he's from Australia.
Yeah.
I'm down with it. I guess this is hilarious.
Like, balls on my neck. Oh,
yeah. I was waiting for someone to give me a script. What? I will pay you.
Sign me up, mate.
Do you need me? Sign me up, mate. I will finance this movie for you. That's what. So, anyways, that's clearly it's American Australian thing or something.
This is a monster trivia point. Who wants to tackle it?
Me. Where is it? This is all trivia here?
Yeah.
Oh, okay. The movie was filmed over a span of 4 years. Production took so long because filming had to be done around the actors' busy schedules. Oh, so they're kind of fitting into them. So that makes sense why they got them for so cheap. Mm-hmm. The segment with Kate Winslet and Hugh Jackman was the first to be filmed, and producer Charles B. Wessler used it to secure the financing for the rest of the movie. So this kind of ties into that. He got someone famous, got a couple famous actors, and other people jumped on board. Right?
Yeah. Right.
He called it. He called in a lot of favors to get as many high-profile actors as possible for other short films. Most of them willing to work for a few days on something unconventional. However, almost none of the actors knew completely what the other segments were about or how the full movie would be. When it came out, none of the major actors wanted to promote it. Isn't that interesting?
All because they were blackmailed, clearly.
They were, the wool was over their eyes.
They had some dirt on some of these guys, and they said, okay, I'll do it.
Wow.
Or other people are so desperate.
It just goes to show that the actors don't always know what these movies are going to look like in the end.
So really, you can blame Kate Winslet and Hugh Jackman for this whole thing, right? They signed up for this little ball thing, and they got everyone else duped because
do you think Halle Berry walks up to Hugh Jackman and slaps him in the face and just walks off? Yeah, and that's it.
I can't believe what you got me into.
It's like, and Hugh's probably like, "Oh shit, Halle Berry's here again. I gotta go because she'll slap me."
Tell us about Anton Yelchin.
Oh my God. Anton Yelchin, I think we know that actor. He passed away recently. It's kind of,
did he?
That's the guy that played the guy in Star Trek, the reboot. He was in, yes. Anyways, he originally played a necrophiliac in a segment called The Apprentice, directed by Stephen Baker and Damon Escott. The segment was removed due to the highly offensive subject matter. I can't believe something got removed when a shits on chest movie got stayed. Where are the standards? I guess they draw the line.
This is a wonky line. It's all over the place.
Wow. Well, I think that, there had to be that shows you there are limits to how low the bar can go.
Yeah. Wow.
I think one of the times we recorded this podcast before.
Did they actually shoot this?
I think I mentioned the song by the Headstones called
Went down to the
cemetery looking for love. And anyway, I love that song. I love that song, and I think
sing more. Got there,
and my baby was buried. Had to dig her up.
Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Anyway, I think there are ways to approach a necrophiliacism.
Sure.
Is that a thing you have to? Yeah, it's tact.
Yeah.
There's got to be a way. There's got to be a way.
Artistically.
There's got to be a way. I don't know.
Tastefully approach necrophilia.
Yeah.
It's got to be handled with sensitivity.
We got movies like Human Centipede out there, and I think that's way worse. Way worse.
There's certain subject matter that just can't, no matter how you wrap it up, it can't be tasteful. It's just.
Do you feel like this would have put it over the bar for you? You were on the fence. I needed that necrophiliac movie part in it. That would have been it.
Nothing would fix this movie.
Nothing would fix this movie. So, balls on the neck, shit sacks. We've got a lot going on here, but necrophilia, that just crosses a line, right?
I think we should just move.
All right.
Not screened in advance for critics because Rogue Pictures was afraid that bad reviews would make the audience miss the film.
Oh
wow!
The film was ultimately considered one of the worst films ever made. They obviously made their money back, but
bad reviews. God. As if they thought they'd get good reviews for this. Like, could you see Roger and Ebert
they didn't expect good reviews.
Oh, no. They did. But could you imagine Roger and Ebert? 2 thumbs up. I thought they did some groundbreaking work in this movie. Come on, this movie was just horrid.
But I feel like somebody lost. This was their one shot. Oh. They made a bunch of money, and they're dead in Hollywood.
They went all in on this?
Well, yeah. I bet there's a lot of famous actors felt duped. They felt like fooled into something here.
You know what? I think this is the ultimate in having fun with the fun of making movies, and they just went for it. And every generation has to have this really crude movie that comes along.
Fair enough. Okay.
And it will be notorious in the history of movies. And people will compare this. It's movie 43 is the worst movie. It's not. You're gonna be.
You need a 1-star in order to know what a 5-star is.
The worst movie, right?
Well, in all our listing here, I want to know whose baby this is. This is somebody's brainchild, right?
It's probably a bunch of guys thinking, how far can we push the limits of movies?
Is it this collection of directors? Are these guys all getting together and having beers and stuff?
Yeah,
it's Charles B. Wessler.
Charles B. Wessler.
Charles B. Wessler used it to secure the financing for the rest of the
movie. Well, there you go.
And who is he, Charles B. Wessler? Well, he's a producer?
It's a collection. It's a collection of directors directing a bunch of actors. Now, you got to think that somewhere in some meeting they probably thought, this would be hilarious if we got Hugh Jackman to wear a pair of balls on his chin. I bet you we can pay him to do it.
Hey, Bobby, you're a good talker.
You could do it.
You know him.
And they laughed their asses off, and they did it. They accomplished the worst movie in history possible.
Well, you know what? It's a unique film. Can you name anything that you could compare this to? I mean, it's kind of
airplane movies back in the day.
Very
Kentucky,
different.
ABCs of Death.
Yeah, that would be the closest.
Kentucky Fried Movie. Do you ever remember that one?
Don't remember that one. No.
Or it's kind of like Monty Python.
Or Buster Scruggs.
Buster Scruggs.
Really weird.
But Buster Scruggs was good.
Yeah. Well, I think we've said enough about this.
Now, in a weird way, movie 43. At least if you follow the storyline with Greg Kinnear and
Dennis Quaid,
it's a movie about making a movie, and that for me, I've said this before. I hate that. I hate it. I hate movies about making movies. But it doesn't really do that.
I implore you, and I demand that you watch the other cut, because maybe you'll come back and have a different opinion, and we'll do another review of this movie.
Yeah, so let's watch it all again for the 4th time now. And probably
now. I have a weird prop here. When I was a kid, I read Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy, and it left an impression. I read it at an impressionable time. It left an impression with me. I loved it. Hitchhiker's Guide to the Galaxy by Douglas Adams. Now, the theme of the whole book and the whole series, spoiler alert, is 42. Do you see that? 42. 42.
Right. Is this some kind of magic trick, Steve?
42.
Oh, yes. I see it. All right. Do you want to hold that up to the camera, maybe? Or? No? Okay.
42. It's supposed to be the answer to life, the universe, and everything in it. And it's revealed in the book. And I'm just wondering, 42. I always think of that whenever I see something that's in the 40s. You know, 43. Movie 43.
So
42.
42.
I don't know.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I think you're onto something.
Maybe these guys had thought very highly of themselves.
Well, then once again, I implore you. What's the more stronger word? You need to watch the other cut of it because they talk about that.
Do they?
No.
No.
They just randomly call this movie.
They talk about you too, Steve. They mention you personally.
Shut up. Okay, we're wrapping this up. This is running way too long.
All right.
It demanded a review worthy of this movie's level of quality.
Yes.
Every minute was well spent.
This is why we're all drinking.
Yeah. Cheers. Next week, Monday at noon, we're covering Tomb Raider. Be sure to tune in for that movie. I'm Steve. This is...
John.
Hey, Phil.
And we can't wait to see you in a week.
Peace out.
Peace.
Primarily